the way that the journey of life has evolved on this planet is not necessarily going to be exactly the same as the journey of life that has evolved on other planets. But I mean, there may well be reincarnation on other planets, but there doesn't have to be reincarnation on other planets. There is always, you can imagine there's always going to be a cycle. There's always going to be a cyclical aspect of life, however that manifests in the journey of life. And in this particular planet, we've got a higher mind and a lower mind, which is so that the higher mind incarnates and learns through the lower mind and then leaves the lower mind, and so I should say lower mind plus material body there. That's one incarnation, lower mind plus material body. The soul is the higher mind plus the energy body. And it incarnates again and again and again in a cyclical way. I could imagine that is going to be there's going to be some cyclical aspect to life everywhere in the universe, because everything in the universe is made of cycles. So, but it doesn't have to be exactly the same way. It's not going to evolve exactly the same way. You can see by the journey of life, even on this planet, of the different life forms that there are on this planet. So I would say that it's not anatomically possible to go and incarnate in another species, because our reincarnation is tied to the anatomy of our species. In fact, you can't even go backwards and incarnate into an animal once you've evolved past that certain level. It's a bit like, reproduction in a way, like two species that are very close in anatomy can reproduce, can't they? Like a lion and a tiger can reproduce. They call it a liger. But say a lion and an antelope, they can't reproduce. The species are too far apart because the anatomy is too different. So in the same way, I mean, it's an analogy, but in the same way, reincarnation will be the same. The soul has certain anatomy. The souls from this planet will have a certain anatomy. For example, there are gluing points which glue the energy body into the lower mind framework. And all the chakras, the hundreds of chakras around the body, are gluing points. The bindu is another gluing point. There's loads of different attachment points in the body. And that is, it needs to be the same, the anatomy needs to match up, let's say. But addressing the idea that a lot of people feel like they've been on other planets and things, because, you might, everyone here might not have heard of that, but it's quite a popular thing. And with globalization and the internet, everything, we're hearing more and more about different people's viewpoints and experiences. But I would say that is the idea of feeling like you've been on another planet is not entirely incorrect, but it's misunderstood exactly what's going on, because you can spend time in between incarnations. You can spend time in the astral. Now, you are in the astral naturally in between incarnations, but you can actually spend time in the astral dimensions of other planets, because all planets are actually linked together through the astral dimensions. So it's a bit like the internet. It's a bit like surfing the internet. That's what astral planes are like. It's uploading and downloading information. So you can actually go and surf the astral planes, you could say. And you can spend years and years and years in other places in the astral planes, decades, in fact. And so when you come back into an incarnation, because you have to come back into an incarnation on this planet to burn away your negative karma, because the negative karma is burnt away in the organs in the lower mind framework. So that's why you have to come back into an incarnation to burn away negative karma. But when you're in that incarnation, you've got this subconscious aspect or memories coming back that you feel like you've been somewhere else. So I think that's where those feelings and memories come from.